Hi, this is Mr. Nazarian. Today's standard: perform operations with multi-digit whole numbers and with decimals to the hundredths. 5th grade standard, numbers base 10, B7. Alright, Luke bakes pies at his bakery. The pies sell for $7.50 each. This Sunday, he sold 15 pies. How much money did Luke make? Alright, so I want you to go through the steps and procedures for solving word problems and go ahead and solve this. Do your best. Okay, so first of all, the first thing we need to do is read it, which we did already. Then we need to focus in on what is the question. So the question is, how much money did Luke make? So now that I know what the question is, what I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to look and see what information is in the story that can be helpful to me that I'm going to need to solve this problem. Well, I can see that each pie sells for $7.50. So that's for one pie. And I can see that he sold 15 pies on that day. Well, that to me sounds like I'm going to be selling $7.50 pies 15 times. So in other words, I'm going to be using multiplication. So I'm going to write $7.50 right there. Put the decimal point right there to separate the whole numbers from the decimal places. So I have a decimal point. And I'm going to multiply it by 15 because he sold 15 pies. So now I'm just going to use the standard algorithm. I'm going to multiply the 5 times the 0. That's going to give me 0. 5 times this 5 here is going to give me 25. Carry the 2. 5 times the 7 is going to give me 35. Plus the 2 that I carried is going to give me 37. Now I'm going to move over to the next place value, this 1 over here. Because I'm moving over a place value, I'm going to put a 0 here. I'm multiplying in the tens place. So I multiply 1 times 0, that gives me 0. 1 times 5 equals 5, and 1 times 7 equals 7. Okay, so now these digits on top represent the $7.50 times the 5, or really it represents $7.50 times the 5 because I'm not really thinking about that decimal point yet. And the number, the second number here, the 7500, represents that 1 times 750. Okay, I'm going to add up those two parts. Have 0 and 0 is 0, obviously. 5 and 0 is 5. 7 and 5 is going to give me 12. I'm going to carry the 1. And 7, 3, and 1 is going to give me 11. So now I see it looks like 11,250. However, so far I've been just using multiplying as if that was 750 times 15. And now I can go back and look at where my decimal places were and figure out where the decimal place should go for my product. So this first factor up here that I'm multiplying, 750, has, I was multiplying with 2 digits to the right of the decimal place. I had 2 decimal places I was multiplying with. And then the second factor here, 15, didn't have any numbers that were after the decimal point, which the decimal point would have been there, right? So I was just multiplying with whole numbers for that second factor. So that means that altogether I had 2 decimal places that were being multiplied with. So that means that my product should also have 2 digits after the decimal point. So I've got 1, 2, and I'm going to put my decimal point right here. So that's going to mean that my answer is for how much, again, I'm going to go back up to the question. How much money did Luke make? He made $112.50. And that is the answer. All right. We will work on those tomorrow. See you then. Bye.